GoalBall is effort. GoalBall is passion. GoalBall is glory. Here, we love GoalBall. IBSA GoalBall European Championships Group B, Portugal 2022.
Down planning. As for Quebec, we have number 1, Cool, 3, Bruno Ashe, and number 5, Bryce Parker. Brussels throwing from right to left, with Quebec throwing from left to right. Brussels in a change of shirt compared to the opening 2 days in the black shirts with the yellow numbers, with Quebec in the blue shirts with white numbers.
So do you think that the first game in this new venue can affect somehow the way that the teams are playing?
Yeah, because obviously they've been used to a different venue. It's a smaller venue, different acoustics, different surface, so they're going to have to get used to, the teams are going to have to get used to this new venue quite quickly, especially these two teams, Brussels and Quebec, first game in the new venue. It's certainly going to be interesting to find out who adapts to the new venue better, the new settings, different sound as well when the ball hits the surface. It does make a big difference to the game. As that throw from Quebec just goes wide of the right post, and this is a big game.
For a place.
Fighting for a place in the semi-final, so this is an opportunity to try and claim that first win.
But it's a cold start. They are engaging one another.
Yeah, it's almost just a bit of who can take the game by the scruff of the neck first, who can really lay down a marker.
Timeout for Quebec. This time we can see the attitude from each one of the coaches.
Well, both of these squads have 5 players, which they've got 2 substitutes, which means you can bring on fresh players and have a bit of energy going into maybe the latter stages of the game. But at the moment, Quebec have got the likes of Bruno Ashe, who is the Canada men's captain, so he's a key player for sure in the Quebec team. And also they've got Mason Smith, who I believe has been one of their absolute stars so far. Mason Smith, he changed the game in the opening day for Quebec, and I think he's going to be a real asset in the second half of this game. And it'll be interesting. It's a game that both of these teams really want to win.
So let's expect the unexpected and let's play GoalBall.
Here is Oljan Mapreni down this near side of the court. So Brussels are throwing from right to left, with Quebec throwing from left to right. A high ball given against Bruno Ashe. First penalty of the day conceded. And it's conceded by Quebec, so an opportunity now for Brussels to take a 2-0 lead inside the opening 3 minutes. And it's going to be Yusuf B who's going to take this one. He's standing in just right of the centre of his goal. He goes down the centre and it's good save. Good save by Bruno Ashi. He makes up for his mistake by giving away the penalty, and it remains 1-0.
It could be, but it wasn't.
Big opportunity missed for the penalty. And,
It's being a great tournament, the one that we are seeing, because yesterday we had great games played with the best of the world and a lot of emotions and mixed feelings with the results and everything.
yesterday, the final game yesterday between CES ASP and Sporting in the men's was absolutely brilliant. It was a fantastic game, and both teams with star quality giving it absolutely everything. And in this tournament we've seen a lot of quality goal ball, and that's another quality goal from Brussels, and it's Bruno Hashi. He gave away a penalty, he saved the penalty, and now he scored one. The Canada men's captain gets Quebec level. Cleared away by Bruno Ashi, deflected wide of this near post. Now, interestingly enough, the final game for Quebec is against their nations, the same nation,
So
Vancouver.
it's Vancouver against Quebec.
It's going to be a bit of a Canadian derby.
Oh my God.
Here in Lisbon.
Mixed feelings.
It's going to be very interesting because those two teams also have players from the Canadian national team,
And
as
another
Quebec
goal.
turn it around. 2-1. Well, what a brilliant final last 30 seconds or so for Quebec.
We can't speak too loud because in Quebec it's 4 a.m. so they need to. we don't want to wake up everyone in the family.
We also have to be quiet because of the rules of goalball. We have to make sure we stay as quiet as we possibly can, as the players need to be able to hear the ball all the way.
But we are far enough.
Yeah.
We are far enough to maintain a conversation and to say our viewers what we see on this fantastic tournament that is the GoalBall World Cup.
So we have the two referees, Vilma Van Kuntenit and Max Marcucci, who are out on the courts, and Vilma's just checking the eye shades of Yusuf Bihi. So this is the first game of 7 today. We've got Sporting taking on Lyon. That's coming up next. The hosts
In the female tournament.
Here is Yusuf Bihi going down the centre of the court, saved by Bryce Parker, who's been playing in the middle of the three. Bryce Parker goes towards that far side. It's just hit the post and goes wide. Maprenny now coming over to this near left-hand side, throwing from left to right. Maprenny goes down this near side of the court, comfortable for Bruno Hashi. He replies back down the middle of the court, blocked by Yusuf Bihi. And Ibrahim Tamditi's playing on the right-hand side, the far side of the court. Off the post from Bihi, good throw. It crashes off the post, it knocks the goalpost back.
There goes the hink.
Oh, it's
And a goal.
deflected and in. The throw from Eric Cool. 3-1 to Quebec. Timeout called by Brussels in a big game for both of these teams. So both Brussels and Quebec, before coming into this game, have played 2 and lost 2. But Quebec were bottom of the group, below Brussels on goal difference.
A lot of tactics are being said to one another.
So Brussels,
So 4 a.m. in Quebec. They should be asleep, but they are playing the best that they can. Because it's probably a jet lag for those players. They need to adapt to a different country, to a different hour, time zone, everything.
Well, it's speaking to Lisa Odland, who's the coach for Vancouver, and she was saying that this is a great opportunity, not for just for Vancouver, but for Quebec, as they take a 4-1 lead to be playing in a European competition. Playing in Europe, playing in a world competition, and it could be one of the first times that they're playing away from Canada. So, yeah, absolutely, having to get used to the travel and preparing themselves. It's a completely different time zone, and it makes a difference.
And the result is with them. So, because in Brussels, it's 10 a.m. So for them, they are waken. They are more waken.
So Brussels will have one more game after this one. They'll be playing Sporting. That'll be at 12 o'clock local time. Here is Yusuf B. He gets us back underway on that far side. It goes wide. So Quebec have really responded well since going 1-0 down. That team talk by the coach Natalie Seguin has made a difference, and they find themselves in a commanding position. Oh, but a long ball given against Bruno Ashi. And now a chance. This is a big chance now for Brussels to try and just claw their way back into this game. This the Brussels team where
It's a cowboy.
lots of fun, really interesting characters. As Yusuf Bihai goes for this near corner and gets it. Brilliant finish from Yusuf Bihai, and it's an important finish from Brussels. 4-2. We were travelling on the coach from the hotel to the venue this morning, and Brussels were in lively spirits. They had the music on in the back of the coach. They were singing. They were almost dancing at the back of the coach.
Enjoying every aspect of the tournament.
And Quebec have hit back straight away. What
This
a
one
brilliant
was like
response.
a missile, really fast ball.
It was lots of power and purpose in that throw. And it's 5-2 now to Quebec. Here is Yusuf B, who's moved out to that far right side, looking to try and break through the centre. Bryce Parker playing in the centre of the Quebec 3, looks to go to this near side. Comfortable for Mapreni, tight to this near side touchline, goes down the touchline. It's just wide of the right post.
Bom dia, João Delfim, e bom dia a todos aqueles que nos estão a assistir em português. Estamos a assistir, acabamos de ver o 5º golo da equipa do Quebec. Estamos a assistir ao primeiro jogo a ser transmitido aqui do pavilhão do Complexo Desportivo do Casal Vistoso. Hoje mudámos-nos de armas e bagagens para Lisboa, para o centro de Lisboa, para jogar os últimos 2 dias desta Taça do Mundo de Clubes de GoalBall. O jogo que está a decorrer é o ASA Quebec contra o Bruxelles. Neste momento estão 5 bolas a 2 a favor do Quebec, e temos aproximadamente 5 minutos e meio de jogo para jogar aqui na primeira parte deste primeiro jogo do dia. I was telling to our viewers that is the first game of the day, but we'll be here until tomorrow. And we'll find out who's the new champions on the World Cup of Clubs.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
It'll be good. We're going to find
And you're
out.
liking the new venue also.
I do, yeah. I think it adds another sort of special feeling to the whole tournament. It's a bigger, grander venue. Not that the other venue wasn't good, but it just adds another dimension, another. It takes up the tournament to a new level.
And we can have a bigger audience to the.
Absolutely, yeah. Just behind us here, I'm sure the camera at some point today will show you. There's a big seating area just behind us where spectators are invited to come and watch.
We are open to the public and free of charge. So if you are near Lisbon, come and see us and bring pastéis de nata.
Yes, please. That'd be nice. Actually, since I was last here, where I live in London, they've just opened a Portuguese cafe.
See?
So I can go and experience.
So are you enjoying Prestige Nata?
I am. Here is Quebec, and here is Bryce Parker going down the centre of the court as he saved Ibrahim Tamditi, who's playing in the centre, just dives on the ball to his left. Yusuf Bihi will respond with a bouncing effort down the centre as well. That's saved by Bryce Parker. He just hands over responsibilities to Bruno Ashi.
So there's going to be a substitution in Brussels. So number 2 leaves and number 7 enters.
So number 2, Ibrahim Tamditi, will come off and will be replaced by Anderlecht Osmanaj. With Quebec leading by 6 goals to 2. It's been a really good start to this game for Quebec. A good start to the day as well. They needed that as well, with both Brussels and Quebec on 0 points at the bottom of the men's group. Although both teams do have a final game, a 4th and final game to come today. Brussels will be taking on Sporting, with Quebec taking on local team to them anyway, the Vancouver GC. Here is Maprenny on this near side, goes down the centre, saved by Bryce Parker. He's back to his feet quickly. Very cool. As it's deflected just onto the goal line, picked up by Yusuf Bihi. Yeah, quick reply here from Eric Cool down that far side is saved. Yusuf Bihi will respond equally as quickly, looking to go down that far side. It's blocked and out of play. Yeah, speaking to Lisa Odland, who's the coach of Vancouver, she was telling me that it's a really good opportunity for the likes of Quebec and Vancouver to come and play in a world competition, come and play in Europe, as the men's side of goalball in Canada is still growing. They're still trying to get it as the best as it can be, as compared to the women's team. Oh, a great save just from that throw from Bruno Ashi, deflected onto the crossbar by Maprenny on this near side, saying that women's goalball in Canada is stronger than the men's, and the Canadian women have really good history in goalball. 2 world titles, a silver and a bronze in the Paralympics as well. So they're trying to level up and try and get the men's as equally as good as the women's side of goalball in Canada. And these tournaments and these opportunities for the likes of Quebec and Vancouver will give them the opportunity to do so.
So Ivailo Vatov is saying that the last 2 months of his life is watching goalball, and is thanks us to could watch this amazing tournament. And he said that you couldn't comment the European Group C. I don't know if it's me, or you, or both of us, but thank you, Ivailo. They could ask us to go everywhere. It could be a duo.
European tour.
Yeah, of course.
Sounds great. But that's one of the big announcements, isn't it? That Portugal will be hosting the European B Championships next year.
We can't say where yet, but it's in Portugal, and I can say that the short lists are very good locations for everybody to enjoy themselves and to play the best goalball in the world.
That throw from Bruno Ashi down this near side just skims past the post, the left post of the Brussels goal. So 1:43 left on the clock in this first half, and Quebec have had the better of it. They lead by 6 goals to 2. Just a reminder that if a team is leading by 10 goals, then the mercy rule will come into effect and you will win the game. Bruno Ashi now on this near side. The Canada men's captain fires it down the centre of the court. It's blocked by Maprani, and now Yusuf B, who's playing on the right this morning. Often played in the centre for Brussels in the game so far, but he's playing on the right of the three. Eric Kuhl now with a cross-court effort towards this near side from the far left. It's blocked on this near side by Maprani and Brussels. Maprani looks to go across the court again. It's saved in the centre, and Bryce Parker replies down the middle, but it's blocked as well. Then the ball is cleared out purposely by Yusuf Bihai, so there is a 10-second shot counter, which means you have to throw back inside the 10 seconds to avoid giving away a penalty. As we enter into the final minute of the first half, purposeful throw from Bruno Ashi. It's going to go over halfway. It's going to be a ball over, back to Quebec.
Oh, Ivailo is saying that Bulgaria take the bronze, and next year they will be with us here in Portugal, the country of CR7.
Correct.
I don't know, but Cristiano Ronaldo is Portuguese.
Madeira.
Yeah, but Madeira is Portugal, so Portuguese.
Yeah, so the way it works in the European Championships and then in the international scene is you have, come back to you on that, as Quebec have their 7th with 26 seconds to go on the clock. It's been a brilliant first half from Quebec. The way it works is you have the European A, B and C championships, and you can move between depending on how you perform. So if you finish in the top 2.
So it's not geographical, it's a ranking.
It's ranking.
Okay.
Yes. So the European A championships, this is the top of the top national teams in Europe, and those championships give the opportunity for those countries to qualify for the Paralympics going forward. So you want to try and compete in the European A championships if you're a European team, and then it gives you the opportunity to perform at the Paralympics if you do well. And Brussels have hit back straight away with 4 seconds remaining of this first half. 10 goals in this first half. It's
a bad way to end the first half for the Quebec team. You need to love this horn here in Complex.
It feels like an old school, vintage horn.
Or that someone left their car on the wrong side of the road.
Well, half-time then here in our first game of day number 3, and it is Quebec who lead by 7 goals to 3. Entertaining first half for sure, and in a game that's is a big difference for this for both of these teams if they can claim the 3 points. Of course, it's the top 4 of each group that go on and advance on into the semi-finals tomorrow, and there's 5 teams, so you want to try and finish into that top 4. We can tell you that Sporting and Ceci SP have qualified into the semi-finals in both the men's and the females side of the competition, and one of these two will be aiming to try and join them in those semi-finals tomorrow.
At this point, Quebec has clearly an advantage, but in GoalBall you never know. Until the last minute, everything could happen.
Absolutely, and a lot of people talk about goals just before half-time and just after half-time, and that goal for Brussels with just a few seconds to go in that.
And it was a real mess in the Quebec defense, so it could break their minds, their spirits.
This first goal in this second half could be really crucial.
Yeah.
If Quebec get it, then they're back on track and they are again with that 5-goal advantage. But if Brussels suddenly score, then they might just start to lose a bit of confidence and lose their nerve a little bit.
So enjoy the game because it's going to be great.
Yeah, just to describe this venue, it's the ceiling is a lot higher. They've got these black curtains, these drapes that are around the venue. It feels like almost feels like I'm playing in a cathedral.
Yeah.
Cathedral of GoalBall.
Quebec is winning 7-3 to the Brussels team. There's like 50 seconds to go on the halftime. And as always in these tournaments, due to COVID procedures, they won't change fields. It's one of the safety measures that was implemented in this year tournaments, and they will keep the same field for the next few games. So trying to prevent contact between the teams. But I believe that's a lot of contact because everybody loves each other. It's the GoalBall community. With safety. Love with safety. So Ringo is here. We need to find him. Ringo said that he's live from the pavilion with us today.
Yes, yeah. Please come and see us.
Yeah, on the break of between games, we'll try to find out where Ringo is. You need to say, what clothes are you wearing? He's saying that the central of Brussels has a perfect reading of the game. Number 3, we saw him in the
Champions League.
Yeah.
Yes, for Brussels. Yeah. And
I think he was one of the coaches.
Yes, he was initially in the squad list for this tournament. He was down as the coach,
Okay.
Yusuf Bihi, but he's now in the playing squad for this tournament. And it's interesting in this game that he's moved out to the right of the three. He's playing as a right winger, whereas in the previous games in this tournament, he's been playing in a central position.
So 12 minutes in the clock. Let's play the second half. I asked to our TV crew to put the clock and the results on air because we are not seeing it.
Crossfield effort. It's a brilliant finish from Mason
It
Smith.
comes the hate.
And Mason Smith, who has come onto the court to replace Eric Houle. And Mason Smith makes an impact inside the opening 20 seconds. He made an impact in the first game, but Mason Smith off the post. It was an emphatic finish. It's 8-3, and 5 more goals for Quebec with no answer means that they will claim the victory. And also, Peter Parsons is out on the court for Quebec, replacing Bruno Hashi. So those are the 2 substitutes at half-time. But Bryce Parker, the central player who's organising this defensive work of this Quebec tide, and it's deflected into the path of Maprani. Save from Osmanaj in the centre. Here is Maprani playing out on the left on this near side. Goes down the centre of the court. Bryce Parker is there. Here is Bryce Parker looking to go for that far right corner of the Brussels goal, but Yusuf Bihi is there. He stands up tall, he launches the ball down the centre of the court and gets it into the back of the net. It's a goal back for Brussels. So 2 goals in this second half and 1 goal apiece for both Quebec and Brussels. So even though Quebec have this 8-4 lead, Brussels are still fighting, still trying to catch them.
Nobody wants to keep anything in his pockets. They will use it until the end of the game. Oh, we are being attacked.
Here is Peter Parson going down the centre, fires one down that far right side of the court, but it's picked up by Bihi, who launches one down the centre. Really good throws there, power, some precision, fizzed off the surface of the court. Here is Mason Smith, who's made an impact so far in the second half, trying to make an impact again.
So we Ivelo, the Quebec team is wearing blue and the Brussels team is wearing black with yellow numbers. The referees are using their blue, over blue jerseys. quite an interesting outfit for the referees today.
Yes.
I have a jacket that is similar from the organization.
The referees have got different shirts for each day, and we've had orange, luminous yellow yesterday, and now this blue and this dark blue and light blue shirts.
And the volunteers today are using black over green with a yellow sideline. I love when people ask about the fashion that it's wearing in the GoalBall world, because it's really cool. There's a lot of things that are happening behind the scenes on the GoalBall event. So on the last event, on the European Champions League, we choose the best jersey. I think it was from the Russians.
Russian team, yes.
Yeah, but the ANSA
Rostock,
also had a beautiful jersey.
Yeah.
In this event, we didn't start our votation yet, but we'll define who are the best wearing jersey.
We'll have to give a personal award at the end.
Yeah.
Good save by Maprenny, pushing it round the post, the left post on this near side. Brussels throwing from right to left, with Quebec throwing from left to right. Saved by Bryce Parker, who just stretched out to his left and gives the ball to Mason Smith, who's a real danger man for Quebec, going down the centre. And speaking of Hansa Rostock, the last time I was here, we had a Hansa Rostock team who were playing, and if Felix Rogue is watching, he very kindly gave me one of his shirts from the Paralympics.
And he promised me
Germany
one, and I didn't receive it yet. But it gave me a beautiful a dog, I think, from their championship over Germany. Yeah. So I kept it in my office.
Yeah.
Everybody that goes there loves it. It's yellow with eye shape.
Yeah.
It's a really nice guy, Felix, when
Yeah.
he's not playing, because when he's playing, he's really focused.
Really focused.
But on the outside of the court, he's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
He should be here. Felix, if you're listening to us, get a plane and come here. So Ivalo is saying that we are his eyes on the venue, so it's a pleasure to be the eyes of someone that is watching us from Bulgaria.
Oh, wow.
It's a great technology, the internet on these days. You can be in Bulgaria and be as close possible to watching a game in Lisbon, Portugal.
So we have 8 minutes remaining of this second half, with Quebec leading by 8-4 in this crucial game in the group stages, as we bring the group stages to a close today.
We had a technical timeout for checking the eye shades.
And Yusuf Bihar gets us back underway down the centre, saved by Bryce Parker. That dummy run from Maprenny on this near side, trying to catch Quebec out. The ball's with Mason Smith now on the far left-hand side, throwing from left to right, goes down the centre, saved. And Brussels will respond on that far side of the court, down the right. Yusuf Bihi now, going down the middle. Comfortable for Bryce Parker, just hands over responsibility to Peter Parson, goes to that far right side of the court. A cross-court effort is saved from Yusuf Bihi. Now here's Maprenny, 360-degree throw down the near side of the court, is pushed out of the court by Parson. Now, if you're just joining us today, then you're wondering why there is only 5 teams per tournament for men's and women's. It's because sadly we were meant to be welcoming Punjab to the tournament, which would have been really exciting to follow the Punjab and talk about GoalBall in Pakistan and how that's growing.
And they were training a lot.
They were
preparing themselves to this tournament.
They were training in Islamabad, preparing for this tournament. They put a few pictures up on the Punjab Blind Sporting Association Twitter page. They were ready. They were excited for the tournament, and it's a real shame that they couldn't make it.
Yeah, due to visa issues, they couldn't be here with us, but I
If
think
you're watching,
we're
we'll
gonna have other opportunities to be together. And if you are watching from Islamabad, send us a hi or something like that, because we love to know how are you feeling about this tournament, and if you believe that you could win it.
So Yusuf Bihi now on the far right-hand side of the court, goes down that far side. It's pushed away by Mason Smith around the left post of the Quebec goal. So under 7 minutes remaining of the second half. Mason Smith now with a bit of purpose down that far side of the court. And before Yusuf Bihi can reply, there's got to be a substitution here.
I'm going to see number 4 entering as number 5 leaves. And in the gossip of the team bench areas, we can see number 3 of Quebec warming up also, so we can see a change in the next minutes. But for now, Brussels is changing their team, entering number 4.
So number 4, Jamil Jismail comes onto the court. He's making his way over to this near side, the left of the 3, playing as the left winger. Yusuf Bihi just creeps along the goal line to this near side and launches the ball down the centre of the court. Bryce Parker is there to block as he dives to his left. Mason Smith will take over responsibilities for Quebec now, putting his left arm on top of the crossbar and throwing the ball forward to across the court to this near side, as that's cut out by Dijmel, his first touch of the day, and he responds now with a cross-court effort to that far left corner, and that's wide of the post. 6.5 minutes remaining of this second half in a game that's crucial for both of these teams if they want to try and progress to the semi-finals and get through to the final day tomorrow. Both of these teams need to win. They have one game remaining tomorrow, for later on, I should say. Quebec are playing local rivals Vancouver, and it'll be a fascinating game to follow.
We are being attacked. Our director is cursing everyone because he was attacked. We need to create a wall to protect them. We'll take care of that.
Blocked by Mason Smith from that throw from Yusuf Bihi. Yeah, our commentary position is a bit different today. For the last 2 days we've been directly behind the goal, and now we're square on. The ball is getting closer and closer for a second time to our...
They are aiming at them.
To our studios.
Our director is saying that for them it would be safer if they play with golf balls. Coming back to the game. We have 5 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the second half. Both of the teams need to win. Nobody wants a tie because it's unfavorable to both of them. The way that the groups are being formed.
If it was to
and
end
both
as
of the teams have difficult games next because nobody wants to face Sporting or Ceci at this point because they are clearly the favorites of the competition. And for Quebec, playing against Vancouver, it's a war between brothers. So nobody wants to. That one, I think they would prefer to tie. Or not, because I don't know. All rivals are Quebec against Vancouver.
Well, a draw in this game would leave Brussels in the 4th position on goal difference by the one goal. So a draw would actually favour Brussels.
So 4.5 minutes to go. 8 to ASA Quebec, 4 to Brussels. Para a comunidade portuguesa, aproveito para relembrar que estão cerca de 4 minutos e 27 segundos no relógio para jogar da segunda parte. O Quebec vence por 8 bolas a 4 o Bruxelas. Estamos, a partir de hoje e até amanhã, quando descobrirmos quem são os novos portadores da Taça do Mundo de Clubes, pelo Complexo Desportivo do Casal Vistoso em Lisboa, pelo que se estiver aqui pela região e quiser assistir aos melhores dos melhores do mundo a disputarem a Taça do Mundo, a Copa do Mundo, como diriam os nossos camaradas brasileiros, podem vir até aqui, porque temos muitos lugares disponíveis e a entrada é livre. 9h39 da manhã. Não, aquele relógio está super errado. São 9h45 da manhã em Lisboa, 4h45 da manhã no Quebec e 10h45 da manhã em Bruxelas.
So the reply down this near side by Dishmael is blocked by Bryce Parker in the centre. Peter Parsons is going to take over proceedings on this near right side. He goes down that far corner of the courts. Substitution here for Brussels. Yusuf Bihi comes off. Yusuf Bihi is off, the number 3, and is replaced by number 2, Ibrahim Tamditi.
So, a change, a substitution in the Brussels team.
So Mason Smith with a throw now from this far left-hand side. He puts a 360-degree throw in and into the back of the net. It flew past the defence of Brussels. It's 9-4. It's a big goal, that, for Quebec.
We're not seeing a goal for a few minutes, but this is a great goal. It valued the waiting.
It's a big goal for Quebec. 9-4 now. All brilliant work from Mason Smith, not only attacking wise, but his defensive work's been up to par so far this morning, and he's going to reply now down that far right side of the court. Tamditi responds down the centre, saved by Bryce Parker, diving to his left. He's in the centre now. He gives the ball to Parsons, just to his right. Parsons goes across the court to that far side. He hits the post, and it's out of play. Well, all the action coming from Quebec, and another goal would almost seal it for him. They have a 5-goal advantage now over Brussels. It could heading to be a big win for Quebec this morning in the first game of day number 3. Mason Smith now on that far left side, going down that far side, saved by Tamditi. He responds underarm towards the near side, the right side of the Quebec goal. Peter Parsons now just leaning on the crossbar, throwing forward. Bit of bounce on this one down the centre. And that one is blocked. Tamditi now going down that far left, to the far left corner of the Quebec goal. Here is Peter Parsons, falls to the floor as he throws. He's put everything into that throw, but it's blocked nonetheless. So Quebec leading by 9-4. Here is Mason Smith with the cross-court effort to this near side. Is picked up by Dishmael. Dishmael with his orange boots on, launches the ball. It skims across the surface to that far left corner. So Brussels, well, they claimed the bronze medal at the Men's Champions League in October, beating GC Perun. Of course, GC Perun had the towering figure of Jan Boschek in their side. Klusimba Preni was the top scorer for Brussels on that occasion. He's not with the Brussels team this time around. And they're going to have to pull something out of the bag here if they want to progress to the semi-finals. Bronze medal at the Men's Champions League, but at the moment they're on course to finish bottom of the group in the Men's World Cup.
So 1 minute and 41 seconds to go. Quebec is winning 9-4. And our counter is wrong because it's 9-4. They will correct it soon, I hope.
Ishmael now with the throw down this near side, blocked. Here is Peter Parsons who responds towards that far side of the court. Oh, just clung on to by Ibrahim Tamditi, who is going to throw back. Saved by Mason Smith.
So everybody's waking up and getting warmer because it was a great operation, changing everything from Odivelas to Lisbon. We have been here until like midnight or something like that with the volunteers, preparing everything for the venue to be ready to receive the teams and the crowd that is going to join us during these 2 next days, I believe. But it was worth it because it's really beautiful, the venue, and ready to receive everyone.
So into the final minute, and Quebec are almost there by claiming their first victory here at the GoalBall Club's World Cup. Ball's just ricocheted up into the air. Is it going to creep in? It does. It just falls into the pocket of the right side of the far side of the Brussels goal, and you
number
sense
10
that is the winning goal. 10-4 now.
Next, we're going to have Sporting against Lyon at 10 a.m. Lisbon time.
We certainly will. Sporting, in the women's side of the competition, have already qualified through to the semi-finals.
So the next game, it's going to be in the female tournament. So keep with us because it's going to be worth it. 9 seconds to go. I love this clock with it's more intense, right?
It is.
And it comes to the horn. Prepare yourself. So the train has left the station.
Well, there we go, and it's a brilliant victory for Quebec by 10 goals to 4. Their first victory of the GoalBall Club's World Cup. It's an important win for Quebec, as their final game will be against Vancouver. So Quebec move into the 4th place position. They go above Brussels now in the group stage, and they will now be Vancouver in the final game of their group stage, which I'm sure will be an epic encounter. But next up, we have Sporting taking on Lyon. It's the hosts who are in action on day 3 coming up next.
Volte connosco, vai valer a pena dentro de aproximadamente 7 minutos. Até já.
GoalBall is effort. GoalBall is passion. GoalBall is glory. Here, we love GoalBall. IBSA GoalBall European Championships Group B, Portugal 2022.